Hello! Welcome to day number 1 of the skills specialty the Noivern week. Let's call it that. Noibat Noivern week. Yeah, and it's also the second week of the Candy Boost, where I should be able to get my Salamence all the way up to level 60 by the end of it. Now, lastly, research, balance type. I did remember to switch islands before I went to bed, after I set my Go++ to sleep. So I'm on Amber Canyon because I want the area bonus. Let's see what we have. Starting off with a top belly Meowth. Not the best start. Hello, Mew. I also see a Zatu. I'd rather have your little sibling, but hey, we have Sceptile and another Photobomb. Ooh, that's a lot. Nice. I'll take that. And we also have Sudowoodo. And what's on the other side? Igglybuff. So far, things are not looking great. Give me something to catch. Oh! Oh, yes! Okay. We have Dratini. And I also see Dragonair. That's good. That's good for Candy. Wonderful. And last but not least, we have Leafeon. Stretching. Very nice. Okay. I like that. No one is hungry. Well, you know what? That's fine. I'm just gonna catch the Dratini then. Let's see if I can get a biscuit this time. Still diamonds. And I do need to buy a biscuit. This is painful. I'm so glad that at least we're getting 5 biscuits from one of the missions. I looked it up beforehand, that's how I know. And it's usually the case with every new Pokemon. Okay. Yeah. Nothing else that I could even remotely think about catching. Besides the Igglybuff, and I don't wanna. I don't need it. Okay. In terms of candy, that is very tempting. However, I think Dragonair here takes the cake. It's an island exclusive. It's a pseudo-legendary. And we have Mew photobombing like a champ. We are left with 61, maybe 2,000. That is great. Okay, girl, what do you have? Careful. I don't think that's good. Well, that's not what I need anyway. Another ABA. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Bad nature and no ingredient finding in sight. That's a DOA. So, Skills Spotlight, that's the name. I won't remember it. Skills Spotlight week begins. We have one guaranteed hungry Pokemon. I'm not gonna run a good camp ticket, I'm saving that for Latias. And we actually have information about Noibat and Noivern, and I guessed right. So it does indeed have charge strength, specifically charge strength M. So like Ampharos and Espeon and Sudowoodo. To make it short, it's good. It's the way it's fast enough, and it has a good amount of skill triggers and the strongest berry type. Bottom line, treat it as another berry specialist in terms of what you would like to invest in. So maximum speed and berry finding S will be tremendously helpful for its strength. And if you can find that one, it will be an amazing generalist. And that honestly makes a lot of sense. Let's see what we get. Desserts, drinks, that's not bad. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, and the reason why is because if you look at things, we just recently got a buff to the charge strength skills. And we also know that during the Latias event, we have a boost to the main skills. On the first week, I think it's by 1. And on the second week, it's by 5. And it kinda made sense that Noivern will get a main skill that is maxed if you give it +5. Ooh, okay, I like the incense. I do need to use incenses. I want those dream shards. So yeah, I'm not surprised. Could it be more exciting if it had berry finding, not berry finding, berry burst? Sure, but I'm okay with that. Honestly, it could be a great generalist. So I don't know. Let's hope I can find a good one. I'm not excited about chasing after another one that needs berry finding S. That means, like, again, berry finding S, helping bonus, blah blah blah. And the investment in seeds. It's fine, whatever. It's a cool Pokemon. It's a very strong Pokemon. I would like to have a good one. Okay, let's use some handy candies to empty the bag. I'm gonna give them to my Salamence. Good. You know what? I can probably use some dream clusters. I have a lot. Let's round it down. That should be enough. Okay. Now, thing is, I could keep running. I could run almost the same team. Just swap out one of the Swalot for my Salamence. I love the fact that I can make this one. But I'll be making the Petal Dance Chocolate Tart for the most of it. And that would definitely help with the Dream Shard production. However, we don't really get any bonuses this week for skill procs or dream shards any longer. And I think that maybe I would prefer... I was talking about that last week. I think I maybe prefer to add Venusaur to the mix, because I don't want to be so short on ingredients. And maybe what I would do is, first of all, in terms of strength, whether I run 2 Swalot or Venusaur, it's basically the same with this composition, team composition, and the dishes I'm making. So I could always max my bag, and once I have that, I could bring over the other Swalot. I'm not excited over that. And honestly, next week is also an off week, and I'm going to spend it here. So I don't think it matters too much if I double Swalot next week. Okay, let's see. First of all, they're looking good. The Swalot are... Honestly, if I could run them for another week, both would level up once, which is nice. But it won't be responsible of me, because I'm... Like, my ingredients are really depleting, and it's getting more and more difficult. Okay. Yeah. Say hi to the professor. At least I'm getting good candy out of it. That was a good sleep research session. Now let's use the candy boost on Salamence. Get it to level 52. Now, things are going to get costly this week. Last week, with the bonuses and my Swalot, I actually ended up making more. I ended up with a plus. I made more than I spent. Spend it. What is spend it? This week, however, that's not gonna happen. So I'm curious to see with how many dream shards I end up with after I finish. And if I have a decent buffer after I'm done, I might pull the trigger on the pod expansion and just max it out. Get it out of the way. I definitely need ingredients. I'm still thinking about it. Let's... Would that matter if I did it this week or next? Well, if I do it next week, if I wait another week, then I think my ingredient situation is going to be really bad. Especially now that I'm running, it doesn't really matter, but having Salamence, which is a pot expander, it's gonna be even more tempting to add ingredients. It would feel suboptimal. I think I have to. I think I need Venusaur. It's annoying because Swalot have a favored berry here. Again, it doesn't really matter in terms of strength. Actually, Venusaur contributes more to strength. But still. We do what we must. We'll see again. We'll see later this week if I feel that I can comfortably change, if I even need to. But, a brand new week, a brand new event. Good luck to everyone, and until next time, have a good one.